What's up, y'all? It's Silent, back with some more information for today. Uh, I would like to send a peace to the ladies, uh, the goddesses out there. I like to send peace on to the fellas out there. You know, keep your head up, keep doing what you got to do out here. Um, Today I wanted to speak on something that I had made a post about yesterday. I was talking about the whole thing about secret societies, right? See, here's how you know that our people, some of our people, not all, some of our people still not caught on to the right shit. We say that there's a secret society, right? There's a secret group of people that got their own little community, wherever you want to call it, that has a certain advanced level of knowledge that we don't know, right? We've been saying this shit for 5 years now, or some been saying it longer than that, right? The problem with that is we keep saying that there is a secret society out here that's holding information from the public, but yet you got people like us, like myself, that's exposing these motherfuckers for the shit that they have been hiding, supposedly. You see what I'm saying? We keep putting this type of stigma on them that they got some information that we don't know about, but yet we telling you the information. Because at the end of the day, you can't hide nothing from us. If we all saying that we are organic to the land, and we got the shit, we got the information in us, then how the fuck can they hide something from us? Because the shit that they are supposedly trying to hide is some shit that we already know. It's already in our DNA. We just gotta unlock our DNA to remember what the shit means. You feel what I'm saying? And you have a lot of people out here that still going along with that shit. Oh man, hey man, I don't, man, they hide some shit. What the fuck is they hiding? I don't see them hide nothing. What can they hide anymore? Right? Because, excuse me, even when you talk about Freemasonry, they still ain't hiding shit because it's right there in front of you. The problem with it is that we don't know what shit means. So by us not knowing what shit mean, we say they're hiding something from us. But they not hiding nothing. It's right there in front of you. You just gotta learn and study about what it means and what it's telling you, and then it won't seem like a secret no more. Right? Because the only reason why something is a secret is because you don't know what it is. So it's a secret to you. It's something they hide, and that's because you don't know what it is. Right? This is the thing with a lot of people that call themselves spiritual. Right? Because then we try to use aliens and shit like, oh yeah, there's aliens or not aliens, reptilians. Well, some use the alien shit too, but some of them, oh yeah, it's reptilians, they hiding some. You ain't hiding shit. There's nothing that they can hide. Especially not now. Because a lot of these babies, these kids is waking up. Something I love to see. I love to see the kids waking up. Right? But these kids is waking up. Everybody's waking up. There's no way for any truth to be hidden anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. So, you talking about it's a secret society. What the fuck is a secret society? What's the secret? We know what the New World Order was about. That was the infiltrator telling us that they was going to put everything that's on the land under their own control. Right? That's why they call it a government. Govern means to control. Right? Put laws on people. That's what that means. Government. Right? So we already know what that means. We already know what their whole plan was for us. We know that now. There's no secret. We as people, we have become so lazy We want to be the ones with the information, right? But we don't want to be the ones to study, right? We don't like to read. We don't like studying. We don't like learning nothing. It's easy for you, or it's easy for someone to tell you something, right? But what makes it hard is for you to learn what they telling you, right? To know the definition of what they are telling you. That's hard. Because for you to know the definition of what they are telling you, you have to learn and study it. You have to learn the word. You have to learn the etymology of the word. And for certain people, that's hard. You know, we don't want to read nothing. We don't want to learn nothing. This is why you have cognitive dissonance. Because people don't want to learn nothing new. When you tell somebody something that they never heard before, something in them, or what you would call the ego, their ego is going to block it out. I don't believe that. I just want to go off of what I think. Right? But at the same time, if you don't know, rather, if the information somebody is telling you is right or wrong, then you just ignorant. Because the only way to find out is if somebody information is right or wrong, you have to study what they saying. You have to study it. After you find the truth in what they was telling you and you see if it was wrong or right, then that's when you could go off of how you feeling. Right, but the ego is going to tell you, nah, don't believe in what they say. I know what's best. And then you're going to go about your day, but that's ignorant. Right, so you got a lot of people out here that's speaking out of ignorance, right? So you got a lot of people, secret society, yeah, they hide something, the Illuminati. What the fuck is, what's the Illuminati? Because Illuminati is meaning to be enlightened, right? So Illuminati or illumination is to be enlightened, enlightening yourself. That's what that means. So it's enlightenment. It ain't got nothing to do with you trying to hide some shit from a motherfucker. It's to enlighten yourself. It's all about enlightenment. Right? This is why they use a lot of allegory in these TV shows to show you some real shit. Right? They put it in the cartoons. Right? They know the kids' imagination is at a certain degree to where they could know what it means, but they know these adults don't fucking know shit, so they just put it in the cartoons, put it right in front of you, you know, because they know ain't nobody gonna know what it is, and they know you ain't gonna listen to your child. Right? So they use the allegory as a way of telling you what's really going on. But like I say, they know we don't study, nor do we know ourselves. So it's just going to be what it is. We just go see it and be like, oh, you know, that's just some TV shit. But they telling you something. Right? Nothing just happens for a reason. They tell you something for a reason. Right? Because if that's the case to where it's a secret society hiding information from our people, how are we able to get certain advanced information and get on the internet and tell you if they hiding something? How is that possible? We shouldn't be able to sit up here and tell you some shit if they're hiding something. Every time I see somebody that claim to be woke on TikTok or Facebook, they are, oh, this is what they don't tell you. If motherfucker always use that, this ain't what you mean what they don't tell you? You got the information, so you about to tell it. What you mean is what they don't tell you? Ain't nobody hide nothing. Everything is right there. Right? That's why they say put the truth in plain sight. Plain sight means it's right in front of you. Plain sight. Right? But they know that people don't pay attention to shit, so plain sight could be a meaning of, we know these motherfuckers can't see it with they spiritual perception, they can only see it with their two eyes. They can't see it with their third, they can only see it with their two eyes. And the reason why they can only see it with their two eyes is because they too focused on the physical idea of reality. They only focus on the third dimensional idea of reality, right? These motherfuckers ain't paying attention to all this shit that's around them. They ain't looking at it. A lot of motherfuckers don't know Freemasonry mean free my sons. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that, right? Because if you understand Freemasonry, Freemasonry is not necessarily something that's bad, right? Because how do you free yourself? You free yourself by learning who you are, right? This is the only way you can free yourself and get yourself out of oppression. Is by learning who you are. Right? So this is why when you looking into the whole Masonic science, whatever you want to call it, you seeing a lot of things that resembles us. You seeing Mary, right? You see, you may see Horus, right? You may see a crescent with a sun in the middle. So the sun in the middle would be Horus, and then the crescent would be Isis, right? So they telling you what's going on with the feminine and with the masculine, right? Because Horus is considered the son of truth. Because remember, Horus, his father is Osiris. Osiris represents the Blue Lodge, right? So he got his mother, which is Isis, coming off the Green Lodge, and then he got his father, Horus, coming off the Blue Lodge, right? So by the energy of his mother being a divine feminine energy, this is telling you what type of man he is going to develop into being because of where his mother comes from, right? But his father, the energy of his father is going to keep him on a straight line. It's going to keep him balanced, right? He going to know how to be a great man to any woman he come in contact with, but morally he going to have respect for a woman, right? This is what all that is meaning when you looking into the Masonic science and you see the blue, the green, or the blue and the red and how it all connects together. This is what this meaning. But a lot of people don't know that. Right? Some of you may come from a blue lodge. Some of you may come from a red lodge. Some of you may come from a green lodge. It's why you act the way you act. Right? But anyway, that's a whole nother. I might drop some info on that. Right? Talk about the power of the colors. Right? Or the lodges. I may drop some information on that. Right? But yeah, a lot of people don't know this shit. So all this shit is representing you, but just because you don't know about it, oh, them niggas in there hiding something. They ain't hiding shit. You could go look up some shit and just sit there and look at it all day. Right? Because it's mostly allegory, right, in the Masonic science. They just showing you shit. You got to put it together in your head of what it means. But you don't know how to put shit together in your head because you don't read nor you study anything. So how the fuck you gonna know? Oh, that's the devil. That's bad. They hiding something. They ain't hiding shit. It's right there. Right there in front of your eyes. You just don't want to do no work within yourself to learn what the fuck the shit mean. And that's your problem. Ain't nobody hiding shit from me. I know what the fuck is going on. I know who I am. And can't nobody hide shit from me no more. Can't nobody hide nothing from you if you realize it. Because if you consider yourself a god, then that mean the jig is up. Because what's in you that's making you refer to yourself as a God? That means you have some type of self-understanding or self-awareness. That's why you calling yourself a God. If you didn't know who you was, you would never refer to yourself as a God. Especially if you have a very strong religious background. Right? Because that would be considered going against God or blasphemy. Right? So, by you consider yourself a God, this is what lets you know that you know something about yourself. You know a little bit of something. It's just the truth. Right? So, when I'm looking and I'm seeing people talking about they hiding something, what are they hiding? What's to be hidden? What is to be hidden? Ain't nothing being hidden no more. We know about everybody. We know what everybody is doing. We know the dirt that everybody doing. They using this whole Diddy shit to cover up what's taking place on the land. Right? A lot of different energies is coming online on the land right now. A lot of shit is changing. A lot of shit is taking a different turn, but they got you focused on the Diddy and what's going on with him. Shit that don't serve no purpose to nobody. But they know that it's a lot of nosy people out here that care about what other people doing in their lives, so that's why they know they're going to get some ratings, they going to get some views. Right? Because if they knew people didn't care about that shit, they wouldn't put it out. But they know it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't know who they is, and they care about what other motherfuckers are doing with their lives. Right? So that's why it's a big ass story. You know, this is shit. You know, this just the shit I'm saying. You know, I'm tired of seeing our people, or tired of seeing motherfuckers out here that claim they woke that's putting out that dumb shit. Fuck you, secret society. Ain't no secret society. Ain't nobody hiding nothing. Ain't nobody hiding shit. If you really sat down and studied some shit for hours and hours and hours, and looked at shit and then built your own perception of it, you be like, damn, that's what that, that's. Okay, now I see what they doing. That's what you gonna get. But if you study, now if you don't study, you gonna think it's some shit that they doing. That's why I remember they made a cartoon, I think about two or 3 years, no, not two, it was probably like 3 years ago. They made a cartoon called Inside Job, right? On Netflix. The cartoon was basically about exposing what the government don't want you to know. Right, but it was morely based on conspiracies, right? Conspiracy theories. They was watching all of these people out here talking about, man, the government doing this, the government doing that. So they just said, all right, we gonna shut you motherfuckers up and make a cartoon about it. Just to show you how much you really don't know of what's really going on. Right? Because a lot of the shit that so-called woke people be putting out, they don't even have the facts to it. They can't show you nothing. They can't even explain it to where it makes sense. They don't have no clue. Right? So they gave you another allegory, right, by making a cartoon about it. Right? And then you get some things that they may put in there that you may not know. Like, oh, damn, I know. Right. They showing you don't know all that you think you know. You just trying to sound like you know some shit, but you don't know nothing at all. Right? Because the thing about it is, most of us became too busy with trying to expose the government, but most of us still didn't know ourselves. Right? But we just trying to expose the government, but we don't know ourselves. You got to know who you is. Because you could fuck around and get into some shit and they might try to come kill your ass. Because they know what you is. But you don't even know who you is yet because you too focused on trying to expose somebody. It's just the truth. Right? It's just the truth. So, um, this is the thing, we get into when we talking about this whole secret society and what is supposedly being hidden. What Rod Hayes told you. He said they keep saying they took the land from us, but he said when he look outside, the land's still here. Same as the information. People keep saying they hiding information, but if you look, it's right here. It's right here in front of you. But we keep saying they hiding it. But I don't see what the fuck they hiding. I don't see what they hiding. I don't see it. There's nothing that they can hide. Nothing. And most of these motherfuckers out here be disguising themselves as other people. Right? So you don't catch on to they bullshit ass doctrines that they be trying to pull on the people. And I'm talking about the people, that we be talking about. That's trying to blend in with everybody else. You know. So when you speaking on the behalf of them hiding something and it's some information that they're keeping from us, there's nothing to hide, there's nothing for them to keep. Like most people don't know, I think it was back in the 60s. It was a group of Caucasian people that had went and broke into I think it was a CIA agency. They broke into the agency and stole COINTELPRO documents. Right? And then what they did was went to the news people, I think it was NBC, and they demanded that they tell the public about the shit that they was doing behind the scenes. Right? Now, the reason why that's important is because the COINTELPRO was being used by the government to divide our people and put our people in jail, right, behind some shit they wasn't doing. And the reason why they wanted to put our people in jail is so our communities lose structure, right? So, these Caucasian people had stole the documents, the paperwork, gave it to the news, and demanded that they tell the public about it. And this is why today you can look up COINTELPRO and you can see certain paperwork that they had. They got the paperwork from the Nation of Islam with Malcolm X and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You can also see what they was trying to do with the Panthers Party between Fred Hampton, William O'Neill, right? It was another woman, a Caucasian woman by the name of Jean Sahlberg. She was a Caucasian woman that became a follower of the Panthers Party. She was also a big-time actor. They started fucking with her because she was giving the Panthers money while she was help fund the Panthers, help fund their breakfast programs that they was doing for the kids, for the community. They started messing with her and started to run COINTELPRO acts on her, right? So they tried to say that she had ended up having sex and getting pregnant by one of the Panthers members, right? They tried to use that as a way of making the Panthers Party look bad, right? But also they tried to tarnish her career because, back during that time, they didn't want actors having anything to do with anything that was revolutionary or in that way of politics. They didn't want no actors in that type of field. They'd tell you to go somewhere else with that. So they was trying to make her look bad, and they was trying to make the Panthers look bad, right? But it was awesome bullshit ass games that the government was playing with our people, and these group of individuals, these Caucasian people, went and found all that shit and demanded that the news tell the people about this shit because it wasn't right. So the shit that they are supposedly hiding, it's been people that has been found the truth. We just don't remember it, or some of us just don't remember because we don't do our proper research. So this thing I'm saying, we keep talking about hidden and secret societies. They hide something from us. I don't see nothing they hiding. I see the truth. Put right in our faces. But we just don't know how to read it. It's right in your face. Some people, some people get brainwashed, right, in their own beliefs. Some people do. Some people get brainwashed in their own beliefs. Some people are around here thinking, right, that the government got all the information and they think that they keeping it from us. And some of them think that we can't access the information that the government got. But you talk about you a God. If you was a God, you would have all the information. All the shit that Ryan Hayes talk about, you think he believed that the government is hiding something? You think he believed that? Hell no. He know the government can't hide shit because he know he God. You can't hide shit from him. How the fuck can he be out here talking about the Vatican and he never been to the Vatican? He never even shook hands with the Pope, but he know what the Pope is, right? Because they can't hide nothing. He God. He know what he is. But a lot of people just wouldn't see it that way. They just think, it's a higher advanced level of people. Motherfucker, oh, Jay-Z, he's a part of the Illuminati. He hiding something. Oh, they hiding something. Ain't nobody hiding nothing. We just gotta learn what shit is. Ain't nobody hiding nothing. Well, some people would like the idea that they believe some people are hiding something, because if they find out that everything is right there in front of them, they ain't gonna have nothing to talk about no more. So some people will use that as a way so they can keep teaching, some bullshit that they don't know about. So yeah, just some quick little information on that. I ain't gonna go too long into this, but without being said, this is silent. Like I said, I'm gonna have some more information coming on some things I wanted to talk over. But yeah, without being said, it's silent, and I'm out. Peace.